Have you ever wondered how our ancient ancestors managed to travel across vast oceans? What if I told you that long before the age of sail, Stone Age hunter-gatherers were already crossing the Mediterranean Sea? It sounds like something out of a movie, but groundbreaking new research is completely rewriting what we thought we knew about early human migration. For decades, the story of how agriculture spread was pretty straightforward. It originated in the Near East and gradually moved westward, transforming hunter-gatherer societies into farming communities. North Africa was seen as a passive recipient of these changes, with new people and ideas arriving overland or through a slow coastal creep. But what if that story is missing a huge piece of the puzzle? What if a direct, dramatic sea crossing changed everything? A new study, published in the prestigious journal Nature, has dropped a bombshell on the world of archaeology and genetics. An international team of scientists, including researchers from the University of Vienna, Harvard Medical School, and Sapienza University of Rome, analyzed the DNA of 9 ancient individuals from Algeria and Tunisia. These weren't just any individuals. Their remains spanned a crucial period from the later Stone Age to the Neolithic, right when the world was changing forever. What they found is nothing short of incredible. The genetic makeup of these North Africans revealed a significant and unmistakable link to European hunter-gatherers. This wasn't a small, trace amount of ancestry. It was a substantial component, suggesting a major migration event. The most astonishing part? This genetic mixing happened as far back as 8,500 years ago, thousands of years before we thought such long-distance sea voyages were common. This discovery challenges the long-held belief that the Strait of Gibraltar was an impassable barrier for Stone Age people. It proves that not only did they cross it, but they did so in numbers large enough to leave a lasting genetic legacy. This wasn't a one-way street either. The study shows a fascinating two-way exchange. While European genes were flowing into North Africa, a distinct North African genetic signature was also making its way into southern Europe. The Mediterranean, rather than being a barrier, was a highway of interaction. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine people with no written language, no metal tools, and only rudimentary boats deciding to cross a notoriously treacherous stretch of water. It speaks volumes about their courage, their desperation, or perhaps their curiosity. This wasn't just a handful of adventurers. It was a population movement that intertwined the destinies of 2 continents. The study looked at individuals from sites like the Ifrinama Musa cave in Morocco, a place that has long puzzled archaeologists. The tools and artifacts found there showed a strange mix of local North African styles and those typical of European Stone Age cultures, known as the Ibero-Maurusian and Capsian cultures. Previously, scientists debated whether this was just an exchange of ideas or an actual movement of people. Now, thanks to ancient DNA, we have the answer. People made the journey. This influx of European hunter-gatherers created a unique genetic blend in the Maghreb, the region of western North Africa. For thousands of years, this mixed population thrived, adapting to their environment and developing their own unique culture. They were a testament to the resilience and dynamism of ancient peoples. But the story doesn't end there. The research also sheds light on the next great revolution in human history, the arrival of agriculture. For a long time, it was assumed that farming was brought to North Africa by Anatolian farmers, the same group that introduced agriculture to Europe. The DNA evidence, however, tells a different story. When farming did eventually arrive in North Africa, it didn't completely replace the local hunter-gatherer population. Instead, the local people, who already carried this mix of North African and European ancestry, adopted the new farming technologies. They learned to cultivate crops and raise livestock, but they maintained their genetic identity. This is a huge contrast to what happened in many parts of Europe, where the arrival of farmers led to a near-total replacement of the local hunter-gatherer populations. So why was North Africa different? The study suggests that the local population was simply more resilient and adaptable. They absorbed new people and new ideas without losing their core identity. They integrated European hunter-gatherers first, and then they integrated the practices of farming, all while maintaining a continuous genetic lineage that stretched back millennia. This reveals a much more complex and fascinating picture of our past. History isn't a simple story of one group replacing another. It's a messy, intricate web of migration, interaction, and adaptation. The ancient people of North Africa weren't just waiting for history to happen to them. They were active participants, sailors, innovators, and survivors. This research opens up so many new questions. What kind of boats did they use? What prompted them to cross the sea? Was it climate change, population pressure, or just the human spirit of exploration? While we don't have all the answers yet, this study provides a powerful new tool to find them. By continuing to analyze ancient DNA, we can piece together the epic story of our shared human journey. It is a powerful reminder that the connections between continents and cultures are far deeper and older than we ever imagined. The next time you look at a map, remember that for our ancestors, the seas weren't just empty spaces. They were bridges to new worlds, new peoples, and new futures. The evidence is no longer buried in the sand. It's written in our very DNA.